Alright, Chirk, welcome along to our T-Box media coverage of the Taupo Thermal Throwdown 2022, otherwise known as the TTT 22. As you can see, it was a brilliant weekend in Taupo. The lead up to the weekend was really dirty, and the presentation of the course, brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great.
It really looked good, the stuff they'd done. Speak of the devil, there he is, round one statistics, 6 birdies in round one, no bogeys at all. Bogeys. And he came in with an opening round of 9.95, which was really brilliant. Connagh McKinstry was leading Male Pro Open. He came in with a 7, a 9.95 also. And Josh Pratt was leading the AM division, and so got included into this round, the second round of the Taupo Thermal Throwdown in the top card. Andy Davy was the other member of that group, who's a lower hut golfer, of course, and he came in with a 54 in the opening round as well. So let's see how they go with our T-Box media coverage of the Taupo Thermal Throwdown, the TTT 22 for 2022. Great event. Hole 1 was a great hole. It was presented brilliantly, wasn't it, Tobe?
Yeah, it was great with the Mando on the right-hand tree.
Yeah, the tree that we're going past now. So this fly down, incidentally, is supplied by... just trying to think who it was. The preview drone footage was Phil Halstead, and you can check out him on his Instagram too. Paris. It's Paris Halstead was his name, so you can check out his Instagram
Throwdown,
page.
round 2, lead card, first on the tee, Toby Gentil from Auckland.
Nice one, Tobe. And I've got to say, those guys, like Steve Lawson, the TD, that's the first time he's been TD, and he was brilliant, wasn't he?
I mean, look at the presentation of hole 1.
It does, it looks so great. Dude, drive. Nice way to get underway. Here's Connagh. Connor's from the Naki, New Plymouth boy.
He played well too.
Yeah, he does. He's a good player. Ooh, did he come off that tree?
Yeah, he did.
Which side did he go? Did you notice? Was it a safe shot?
I believe you say safe, yeah. I think there was a few camera nerves on the first hole.
Yeah, bound to happen. And Andy Davy, he's a great player, as you can see, going long on hole 1. Mind you, it's only 85 metres. Oh, okay. He obviously bounced back off the tree, so it didn't go across that OB line on the other side of the tree. So he's actually got a shot at it. You can see the blue flags there, which was actually the drop zone. So if you missed the Mando and went past the tree on the right hand side. Nice jump putt. Oh, got some chain. Good run.
So many things I've already forgotten about this round.
Oh, another good run at it. Josh Pratt. He's a Hamilton golfer. Evidently, did you talk to him much? It sounds like he's only played for about a year.
Yeah, I think so.
Andy Davy from Lower Hutt came into this competition with a 9.55 rating. All you guys were very similar. Hey, another little bit of chain.
Alright, close your eyes.
Oh no, Tobe, don't tell me. Oh no, you've got a handful of chain too. You got a handful of chain. Oh well, at least you didn't upset the other guys. Andy cleans up.
Yeah, to be fair, this is my first time on camera now. It took a few holes to get used to it, but...
Hey, a bad tradesman blames the camera. Josh, nice. Shot, bro. Just a reminder, as we head to hole 2, you can subscribe to our channel T-Box Media. When the subscribe button comes up, get onto that and subscribe to T-Box Media. We're up to 500 plus viewers. Okay, as we fly down hole 2, once again there's a Mando tree. You can see that Mando tree on the right hand side. What's your thoughts here? A lot of people throw rollers. I'm never confident in a roller.
I'm left-handed, so I'm not really allowed to.
Oh, actually, that's true. Well, actually, you're left and right-handed, which is a little bit confusing, but it is actually a lefty's hole, isn't it?
Yeah, I just try to go high and bomb into the...
All right, I'll watch closely, dude. Oh, nice form. Look at that.
Didn't get it high enough, I don't think. Kind of went a little bit far.
Yeah, mind you, there's a fine line between high and too high. But there you are, only just outside the 10-metre ring. Connagh, the Nacky boy. Big lad, got a lot of power. Same thing's gone for the Annie. The only trouble with the Annie is, of course, it could roll. And this year, what's been added, of course, to that hole is this OB line. You can see the red flags, which was to protect the tee, to protect the third tee, which was a very good idea, obviously. Saved by the flag, although I think it probably would have gone to the left-hand side of the Mando anyway. Andy lining up a side arm. He's got a huge side arm.
Didn't get it wide enough.
No, did he go over the line?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. OB, so Andy's from the line. That's the drop zone. If you go over that line to the right-hand side of the Mando tree, you come back to the drop zone. It's a speed of play thing, which is great. Smart play, layup. It's on the side of a hill. It drops off both sides too, so if you do have a run at it, there's every chance that you're going to have a tricky upshot. Connagh wishing he had an air bounce, I reckon. Connor's lady and caddy in the background. It's good luck charm. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, did it roll? Oh, not too much.
A little bit, yeah. I forgot about that as well.
Good dig, dude. Josh Pratt, nice. In for his par. Beautiful park for disc golf, isn't it?
Especially on a nice day.
And these holes, I can hear the gunshots. There's the Taupo gun club just across the other side of the valley. When they start going in the daytime, it sounds like war. Got it putting out. Three of you all parted, and Andy, of course.
Missing the Mando.
Missing the Mando. It was interesting when I designed the course initially back in 2000. In fact, in the late 90s when I first went to the park, I was told this is the area that I couldn't go in because the big open field was actually, they were looking at turning them into playing fields. But it's such a good area, and I'm glad we've got these holes in here now. So worthwhile. This is hole 3. There's a short tee which you see there on the left. It's a dog leg from the back tee where we're shooting from today, right down here. That line, that insurance's whatever insurance banner over that is OB, and down the left hand side is also OB, and the basket's tucked nicely up in this wooded area. Great hole. In fact, they're the toughest holes on the course, I reckon, these 3 that are coming up, and I like them. Nothing like a challenge.
I was going to say the basket placement sets the scene for the next 2 as well.
Once again, the lefty. Oh, you cut it just too early, dude.
No, yeah. I was scared to go long in OB.
It often happens, David. You've got to back yourself. You've got to back yourself. Connagh throwing a turnover disc. Do you know what that is?
No.
No, just wants to put himself up there. Probably not quite long enough to get a look up that slot to the basket.
I think he throws mainly Discmania, which I'm not too familiar with.
Josh, big power. It's not a right-hand clock spin friendly hole, but he's probably out far enough to get round the corner. Now this will be interesting. Last year I remember watching Andy on this hole, and he skipped it right round the corner up to the basket. Come on back, come on back, come on back. Ooh, that is an OB line. Do you know whether he was or not?
We'll find out soon.
I guess we will, yeah. Right down the left-hand side of that fairway is OB, and if you go long down the fairway before you turn up to the basket is OB as well. Oh, he might have cut that just a little short. Good idea though. Like his thinking, skip round that corner. I kind of like from there, for me personally, the big Anheuser.
He was just in.
He was just in, and he's already coming his meat and still sort of stuck in the trees. Got round the corner. He's got a good look. From that back tee, 4's a good score, I reckon, on this hole.
Yeah. I didn't have much option here. I just had to play out into the open.
And make sure you're far enough to be able to look up to the basket too.
This, however...
Whoa! Oh, brilliant!
Couldn't believe it.
What a shot! Josh, take a bow.
None of us could see it either.
And that was a 2.
Yeah,
an eagle.
Around the corner.
Brilliant.
And we all heard it.
Brilliant. Nice work, Joel Way, on the catch cam there, catching that. And as you say, all you guys around the corners, you had no idea, but I guess you heard the chains.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connagh not quite far enough. Good honest play, foot on the mark. Oh, nice
Got
up.
out of it pretty well too.
Yeah, nice up. Oh, rimmed it.
Birdie.
Connagh puts out for par.
Good solid putting by Connagh.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I've played for 100 years and I still stand there worried about going too far, so I don't putt confidently.
Yeah.
It's a real headspace. Alright, that's the hole going into the woods, the dogleg hole. Now the next 2 holes can make or break your round. This is a classic. Hole 4, par 3, 100 metres from the back tee. We fly over on the flyby the front tee, which makes life a lot easier. I must admit, when I'm standing on that back tee, all I'm looking at doing is making it to that tee there or somewhere in that area. But this basket is so protected.
It's one of those things where you don't throw too hard, so you don't get a unfortunate kick off a tree.
Well, that's just it. But if you know, there is a bit of luck involved, but that looked like a great drive.
Oh, I think it kicked off. I just tried to get it down as straight and far as possible, low.
Oh, nice work.
Yeah.
But these holes are great. There's something about being in a big stand of trees. Reminds you a little bit of the redwoods in Rotorua, or even the holes that are in the pines on that course. Got her, getting lucky.
Well.
Oh,
Making Joel dance.
yeah, nice little dance there, Joel. Very nice indeed. Andy hoping that's going to turn over, but it's not. Although, did it get a kick back out? Not much of one. Josh shot such a good round in his MA1 that it was great. He got promoted up to play with you guys in the Open Pro division.
Yeah, it also split the rest of the open field into their own group, which was quite good for them, I guess.
Yeah, good idea. Smart play. Sometimes you just got to go, no, let me just put it under the basket. What are you thinking here, dude?
I can't remember.
You're going for it, I know.
Yeah, I went for it. Not well, though.
It's interesting, really, because quite often when you're in the forest, when you're in a wooded area, you've got an avenue to look down, and quite often you can putt a lot better than you do in the open because you've got to actually see that avenue. Does that happen for you?
Yeah. I can't remember if Connagh got a 2 or a par there. guess we'll see the next tee.
And he cleans up with the par. Now this is a nice little change to the course too from the previous competition. When they initially put these holes in, you went back out into the field, remember, and went along the field.
Yeah.
Where the short tee is. The short tee's out that way. But now there's this little wander to the left.
Two smaller
avenues. And you've got two avenues. It's a good hole. It's a good hole. Once again, it can really ruin your round. So if you're a clock spin thrower, then down that right hand side is a good option.
Which is quite skinny.
Yeah, it is skinny, although it's the one I took every time. There's a mando tree there, as you can see. You can't go out into the field. You've got to come to the left of that mando tree that was just pointed out. So there's that shot, and then you can also come down the left-hand side. The left-hand side actually looks a lot more wooded, but I think because if you follow it down and go around the corner, it's a little more open. Yeah, that seemed to be a lot of people's option. Connagh using a turnover disc, didn't quite turn over enough.
I think it just had a tree down there as well.
Now Toby, left-handed throw. Obviously didn't look down that avenue as well.
Yeah, we made hard work for Paul and crew on this hole.
At least you got to bounce back out though. I mean, when you hit a tree, there's every chance you can go left or right. And the last thing you want on this hole is to bounce into the thick trees.
Ooh, sort of like that.
Yeah, sort of like that. I think he might have actually bounced out into the field, did he?
Close to, yeah. That Mando made it quite tricky for him to get back in.
Yeah. And Josh.
Oh yeah, in the field.
He is out there. Now, where's that Mando? Down there on the...
It's quite up high, close to the basket.
It is by the basket.
Heads up.
Josh giving the cameraman a little bit of warning this time. Obviously got caught in the tree. He's got still a tricky shot to get to the basket. Oh no! I know how you feel, Josh. I know how you feel, dude. That's a good looking putter you got there, dude.
Do you remember what year that was from? I think 2012.
Yeah.
Another tree.
It's like I'm being quiet because I don't want to upshoot his shot. Oh, that was a nasty skip off the top of the log.
Yeah, there was a lot of running around by Paul and Max, especially this hole.
And cheer to Max as well. Max Lawson is the TD Steve Lawson's son, and he got roped into doing some of the catch cam and some of the reaction cam work as well. And he did a really good job, actually. Really good job.
Did I make this?
I guess we'll soon find out, dude. Hey,
I should have known.
Nothing but air. Got that lovely snap, and you look, he gets the power out of his knees by just bending and straightening his knees. Not a lot of rocking from the back to forward like the average putter. Solid. Oh, double bogey. He had a bit of trouble in the woods.
Yeah, I think Connagh was the only one to...
Oh, Andy. That's what I say to everybody. Don't presume anything. Even if it's a 1 metre putt, do your whole putting routine. Just run through what you always do. Just turned a bogey into a double bogey. Yeah, good example of doing what you normally do.
Yeah, that reiterated that in my head.
Do you straddle putt much?
Only when I have to.
No, do you?
But
I actually find sometimes I get a little bit more power straddle putting than I do straight on for some strange reason. This is one of the new holes. A par 312 metres. The tee was shifted slightly out. It normally shared the tee with hole 2, but for the sake of this competition, in fact, like, by the look of it, they've put a permanent tee in, so they've taken the tee away, so they don't have the shared tee anymore, which I suppose helps with the flow. But it's a great hole. It's a great hole. There's a few trees. There's a few overhanging trees. Being deciduous trees and not having leaves on this time of the year, I think made the course a little bit easier to play, because once the trees get the leaves on, as soon as
they
they've
seem
got
to
their
be a bit
clothes
more
on,
grabby.
yeah, and they're heavier too, so the branches are lower. Oh,
So-
nice. I've got to applaud that, Connor. Nice play.
Yeah, it seemed to turn over on me, and
Oh, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Alright, you might have another drive there, too. Andy Davy. Oh, nice whip. Nice whip, you could hear it.
gets right up there as well.
Beautiful. Josh trying to put the last hole behind him, no doubt. I think that was the trick for a righty player who had the power to throw that 112 metres, which most of you guys do, was to actually go down the right hand side, the open side, and have it fade up.
Yeah, so I was
Wow,
down by
you
the
were
flying
miles
fox
away.
there.
Good up.
But pictured you at the beach there.
Yeah.
Like I was just
I often
you.
do that. I often do that, thinking, oh, how am I going to get there? I think, well, we play throw and catch at the beach so much. Oh, one more wheat bix would have done it. One more wheat bix. Connagh, good example.
Yeah, good birdie.
That's the confident putting I was talking about, though. I just revert to my lob putt for fear of going too far past. Nice putt. Nice putt. Josh, back on track with a par.
I do think this is where I got used to the camera.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Seemed
probably
to turn
it does
around.
take a few holes, but you've got to put it out of your mind. This is a good hole, if I may say so myself.
Named after you.
Yeah, it is. When I designed this course, we shot from a little way further on the left to this hole, and we only ever had the top basket position, which is right over by the tree. You can see in the you can see that there's a basket there.
I believe you put it even further back.
Yeah, well, in the days when we played it for the 20 years where we had to set up the course, of course, ourselves, we had it right down just in front of that tree. And if you had a long putt there, it was a scary thing, because if the camera shot had continued over, you would see that there's just a roll-away hill that goes down, 40 metres?
And plus with all those leaves, you're pretty much sliding to the bottom as well.
I love playing it from here, though. I think it's a beautiful hole. It's a great hole. One place you don't want to be is to the right. Nice, nice. Oh,
It's pretty
beautiful.
much where you want to be.
I presume you guys are playing the back basket or the front one?
in the back. Yeah, threw too low here. But
Yeah, you put a bit of timber in the way.
luckily I got that roll out to give myself a bit of an angle, but yeah.
Andy, yeah, oh, look at that.
I think
Did
he
you get
almost
round?
hits the... Yeah, that's alright.
Beautiful.
Almost got a
Beautiful.
black ace.
Yeah, that could have been fun. As Josh pointed out, a black ace is going in a basket that you're not meant to on a hole. Yeah, I think everybody put a little much hyzer on it because they're very aware of the OB line. You can see one of the red flags there going down that right hand side, and if you do go in there more than 2 or 3 metres, there's just a sheer drop off down to the old motel at the bottom. Ooh, that was ballsy.
Yep.
That was great, having that big signage there.
We're very fortunate of that.
Taupo Council, yeah, very fortunate for you right there, right then. But it was a good idea. Once again, it's helped speed up play. Stay. It's one of those holes where you just don't want to leave yourself a 10-metre downhill putt.
Yeah.
It's a brave man or woman who takes on that 10-metre downhill putt. You do it everywhere else.
And it's also a hole where, as you can see on our reaction cams, we've got no idea where we're landing.
Yeah, it's true. It's over the ridge. Yeah, smart golf. Isn't it funny though, often when you're laying up, you end up 5 or 6 metres away and you find yourself thinking, well, I may as well have had a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you slid onto that. Bit of Taupo Great Lakes signage. It's so great they've come to the party and made this happen. After all these years of having meetings with them over and over and over again. Thinking we got close. Aye. Clock spin, left hand chains. Not a good combination. So many people, even when I'm watching the pro stuff from America, putt with a disc in the other hand. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right for me.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I think it's a bit of like a backyard thing.
Yeah, maybe it is. Here we go, another example.
Just a comforting factor.
Birdie, it's a par 4 for you from back there.
Yeah. So I think I was the only one to have parred that.
Turns out everybody did.
No, they took birdies. Connagh and Andy, at least.
Alright, this is hole 8 now. It used to be the old hole 5 when we weren't allowed those top holes, but this is a great hole.
We played to the back basket in this one as well.
Yeah, but it's just such a beautiful hole. Over the right hand side, you just don't want to go over there because there's the drop off and you're in that thermal area. So that's sort of, was it OB? I don't think it was. You could actually, well, maybe it was down the right hand side.
I mean, I don't think you want to go there anyway.
No, exactly. But it's a great hole.
Oh, no, it was. You can see the flags.
Yeah, true. It's always great watching people with good power play these long holes. 158 metres. It's one of those holes though where you just can't put all your power into it because you need to have some control. But that's easy, 110, 115 metres. Can hear a magpie in the background. Could have done with a little bit more altitude. Look at this day, stunning. Ah, that's better. Did that turn over that much? It should come back, should it?
A little bit, yeah, it was nice.
Oh, nicely done. Nicely done. That's 120.
Just got over that path.
Nicely done. It's great too. The Taupo Club organised spotters on some of these holes. There's a cycle track, one of the mountain bike tracks. You can see in the background there. Right on cue. Perfect. Going across there. So they had a spotter there to protect the cyclists, or let us know whether we could throw or not. That tree, it's going to lose a few leaves over the years, I suspect. Oh, that was a handy little roll. Even the right direction. Just a reminder, you should subscribe to T-Box Media. When your little logo comes up, just hit subscribe if you haven't already. It'll be great. And the more subscribers we get, then the more chance we have of getting sponsorships as well.
Putting on notifications for round 3 coverage that gets released next week.
Yeah, good call. Andy Heisering it in, which for most people is your most accurate approach, really. Do you find that?
No, because of our beach throwing sessions. I don't use it that often.
Well, that's interesting.
But yeah, Andy just getting unlucky with that roll away from the basket.
Josh, a bit of a skip away. Wonder where Josh plays his regular golf, because there's no course in the Tron. I suppose he goes across to Tauranga maybe?
Yeah, he said Tauranga and the other direction.
Tikuiti or?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Okay, so
But
he's
mainly Tauranga.
Well, if he's playing Tauranga and Tikuiti a lot, then he's actually getting used to the long courses. So no wonder he's got a decent arm on him for a guy that's only been playing a year. What are you thinking here? Put it under the basket?
It was one of those awkward distances for me that, being left and right-handed, I didn't have a preference.
Okay,
And ended up
which
throwing-
one should you use?
Yeah, just threw my putter that sort of turned over and carried a bit too
Nice.
far out.
If you get another chance to look in the background here, you can see the little hill there behind you that was covered in blackberry. It was nasty. Somebody just got lost in there. You just couldn't get in there.
Oh yeah,
And the club has been in there and been cleaning up themselves. The council's not doing that.
made that one.
Nice putt, dude.
Surprised myself. Only just.
Toby's sitting here beside me in commentary and turned around and looked at me as if to say, "Oh, dude, you're talking about the blackberry. I just made my best putt." Yeah, one of the club members showed me a disc that he'd found there that he reckoned was lost probably about 2000. He thought it might have been mine, but it wasn't my disc. But it wasn't dyed, but it looked like it had, because it had been buried in the thermal ground, and it was just full of these beautiful natural earthy colours. I'm so glad this tee has gone back to the top. There is a shorter tee down to the bottom there, to the right of where we are now, but this is a combination of two of the holes that are designed on the initial course. The first one used to go to that tree to the
Just
right
on
of
the
us
right,
now, and we used to play from up where we are now to that tree, then we go across to the left and then play up to this basket. But I love what's happened here. They've combined the two of my holes and just playing from up the top right to this basket. It's a well protected basket. It's one of those holes where you've got to think about where you want to be for your next shot.
Connagh up first with a few birdies.
Yeah. But this elevation must be 15 metres up.
Yeah, a place similar to the lower tee, because even though with the lower tee you're, I don't know, 30 metres ahead, you're not getting any of that elevation.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful tees too. I really enjoy these tees.
Yeah, I didn't get mine to flipping off there, so I ended up on the bank playing around.
Oh, okay. That's not a bad place to be though, really, I suppose. Well, if you're a righty. I'm getting flashbacks of turning up early when we used to set up the course ourselves and cart in baskets and stuff, and I have to sneak in there with my secateurs and my buddy hedge clippers and cut a gap. And
Same
now-
with
and
the original hole one.
yeah, exactly, same as hole one, the original hole one, yeah. And now the council look after it, and it's all nicely clipped away. Actually, I suspect the club look after it, but now they do it with the council's blessing, which is fantastic. This is such a great amenity to have in Taupo. At my website, discgolf.co.nz, we've got stories of all the past events and things. Ooh, I thought he was going
Just
to
missed
clip
that
that.
tree.
And I get a lot of inquiries of people wanting to play that course, and of course up until a year or so ago I'd have to say, well, listen, unfortunately you can play it as an object course.
Just got around
Oh,
there.
nice inside the 10 metre ring. I thought that was a great idea too, mowing the 10 metre rings.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, with a nice mowing line.
Also didn't mean you had to question if it was 10 metres if you wanted to jump putt or not.
Yeah, exactly. But quite often people do it with dots on a spray can or a circle, whatever. But mowing it was actually quite smart. Yeah, once again, there's a drop off over that hill if you make it over that blackberry, which is not a pleasant place to be. Didn't quite get over the lip. Gave himself a little bit of work to do for a par. Oh, bad luck, Andy. Josh looking like he's going to have a go at it.
This did end up playing as a par 4, so I think Andy managed to save his par.
Oh no. Once again, the clock spin on the left hand side of the chain just doesn't work. Occasionally it might grab. Nice putt, dead centre birdie.
One of few.
You've closed the gap, dude. Par.
And par.
Pa, birdie.
So that's our
Nice work.
front 9.
Yep, that's front 9 done and dusted. Such a beautiful course. It's a perfect park for disc golf.
Yeah.
Especially now we've got those wooded holes. It really makes so much difference. But just a reminder, if you'd like to subscribe to T-Box Media, do that. Always good to have a good bunch of sponsors to make our sport happen around the country, but our sport in New Zealand is growing unbelievably. Alright, on behalf of T-Box Media, thanks so much for watching our exciting and growing sport. We'll be back soon with the back 9 of round 2 of the 2022 Taupo Thermal Throwdown.